Hi everyone, it's Chris in the North Conway studio, and I am joined for a great interview by Brian Solomon of the Conway Scenic Railroad. Brian, where are you coming from today?
We're right here in North Conway, and I'm standing on our Bud Vista Dome Rondelet, which is our premier car. It's our nicest car. And I thought this would make kind of an interesting venue for the interview.
All right, let's talk about the great train rides you have, because you are very busy from now all the way through the holiday season and beyond. Let's start with the Santa Holiday Express. Tell us what that train is all about.
Well, this is something we've been doing, the Santa's Holiday Express, for a long time, but because of COVID-19 and different concerns and restrictions, we have a different take on it this year. Our road foreman of engines, and he's also our operations guy. He's the guy that makes everything happen here, Mike Lacey. He's the train master here in the yard. He said that when he was a kid in Meadville, Pennsylvania, that Santa used to arrive in a caboose. And that one year his father was the locomotive engineer on the train that brought Santa into town, and thought, hey, that'd be a really good way for people to see Santa. We all decided, hey, that's a great idea. And then Dave Swerk kind of took it a step forward. He's our owner. And we took one of our flat cars out of service, and we've put Santa's sleigh, complete with 9 reindeer, on the flat car so that Santa can arrive by train, which is really pretty cool and pretty different. So what we're doing is we're running trains in tandem. It's almost like this choreographed little event. So people board the train here at North Conway, and they have a choice of different cars they can sit in, and all the cars are compartmentalized, either with little doors or with curtained off areas, so everyone's got their own little private area. We've got nice big plate glass windows, and then once they're on board the train, Santa's train comes alongside, and Santa waves and says hello to everybody, and then you continue on down to Conway, and Santa follows you about 10 minutes behind, and after we run around the engine, Santa comes by the train again.
It sounds like a magical experience for every kid aboard that train.
It's really cool. I mean, just when I've been out watching the train, just to see the kids light up when they see this other train come by with the bell going and Santa waving, and you see their faces light up, you realize we actually did something. And then we have it rigged up so that the reindeer do their thing and Santa waves, and we've got Mrs. Claus on board the caboose, and it's a real old-fashioned wooden-bodied caboose. I mean, this is the real McCoy. It's not some replica. And we're running the train Friday afternoon. It departs here at 3:30. And then we're also running the train 3 times a day, Saturdays and Sundays. So it departs at 11:30, 1:30, and 3:30. And it makes about an hour and 15 trip or so down to Conway and back, complete with Santa. And so that's probably the most exciting thing we've done in a long time. It's a real different way of doing the Santa Claus train.
And I imagine Santa himself appreciates the train ride as well.
Santa loves the Conway Scenic Railroad. He told me the other day that this was his favorite railroad.
I imagine.
I don't think any other railroad quite gives him his own special train. So.
No, what accommodations for Santa. Of course, he deserves them. Everybody deserves a little something special after this year we've had. So if you're not on first of all, if you do want to ride the Santa train, I imagine that making reservations ahead of time is very important.
It is. Last Saturday, we were nearly sold out. I don't think we turned anybody away, but some of the trains, because we're limited in capacity and we can't just pack people in like sardines like we would have in years past. We do our best to accommodate everybody. But to make sure that you're on board, we recommend that, you call ahead or you stop in ahead of time or you book online, and it's conwayscenic.com is our website. So.
All right. And if you're not on the Santa trains, you also have some other Valley trains that are departing throughout the weekend as well.
That's true. I decided that, not everyone wants to go for a ride with Santa. Some of the more mature crowds would probably be happy to have the kids go with Santa. They want to do something. Yeah. So we have 2 trains on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. We've got Bartlett Valley trains. They're holiday trains in that they run during the holiday season, but that's about as far as it goes. They're really just our regular Bartlett train, nice little compact train, just 3 cars. Departs here at 10 and at 12, and it makes about an hour and 45-minute run up to Bartlett and back. And we've neatly scheduled it so those trains board and deboard, if you like, when the Santa train's not here. So it neatly kind of fills a gap in the schedule.
That's fantastic. And then looking ahead to the big holiday vacation week, when everybody's looking for something to do, you guys will have train rides then as well.
Yeah, and this is a secret, so don't tell anybody. But right now, our shop guys are working to get our steam engine running. We haven't had the steam engine out since January of this year. It's been in the shop. between COVID and everything else going on, we've kind of kept the steam engine a low profile, but we're working hard so that'll be out the day after Christmas, and it'll run on that interval between Christmas and New Year's, and then a few trips. We got a few special trips planned in the new year. So if people want to see or ride behind the steam engine, this will be your opportunity in 2020 to experience our steam engine. And it's a real steam engine built in 1921 for the Grand Trunk Railway in Canada. And it was our first locomotive. It arrived here in 1974. Dwight Smith, our founder and first owner, bought the locomotive himself back in 1968. And it's part of the whole reason that the Conway Scenic Railroad came to be, was because of this engine. And that's steam locomotive 7470. And last year we had a naming ceremony for the engine, and we named the engine after Dwight Smith. And he came here, Dwight's in his 90s, and got to experience seeing his name printed on the side of the locomotive. And so the locomotive is now the Dwight A. Smith.
Oh,
so
that's fantastic.
That's really a special thing for us.
And might we see this, you hinted at it, in the snowy month of January, as you have your snow train events?
Well, we have one steam event planned. It's going to be our winter steam event, and it's going to be on Saturday, the 2nd of January, and that's a special event with limited seating. And we're also allowing, if people want to buy it, we have one photo car with very, very limited seating. So we're going to stop a couple of times somewhere, hopefully in a nice snowy situation, so that the people in the photo car can get out for a few minutes and get the train charging past them. And that's a special thing that we're doing this year with the steam engine. And we're going to go up the mountain a little bit. We don't go all the way to Crawford with the steam engine, but we'll go about halfway. And so that's a one-day event, but probably that's more relevant for most people. We've got our snow trains, which are going to run from North Conway out to Attitash. There's a little platform there, and we're going to do that 5 times a day. Right now, I've got the train scheduled at 9, 11, 1, 3, and 5. So it makes about an hour and 40-minute round trip by the time it's all said and done.
All right. For more on train rides this winter season, either with Santa or through the scenic Mount Washington Valley, or maybe through the snow this January, you can visit the Conway Scenic Railroad website, which is
conwayscenic.com, or you can call us at 603-356-5251. And try to call us 9 to 5 weekdays, because we have people actually here waiting to take your order for tickets.
All right. Brian Sullivan from the Conway Scenic Railroad, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, no problem. And I hope I will see everybody on board. We all love it here. It's a really fun place.
You guys are making this a very fun winter indeed at the Conway Scenic Railroad. You are watching White Mountains TV.